be here live this year. It's going to be a wonderful afternoon. I'm Edie Franklin. I'm the founder of Sanctum House, and like I said, I'm so glad to be here, excuse me, in person. This is the 4th year that the Center for Performing Arts and Learning have taken us under their wing and supported not only Sanctum House, but the entire anti-human trafficking movement. And today, our celebration of freedom. Sanctum House is a 2-year program for adult women who are survivors of human trafficking. Our mission within those 2 years is to provide the women with the skills and life skills so that they can have an achievable, sustainable, and independent lifestyle and empower them with those skills and services. Not only does that lead to endless possibilities for their lives, it also leads to freedom, which is what today is all about, freedom for all of us. I'd like to start with refuting the most prevalent myth about human trafficking. People tend to think it's a violent crime. It is not a violent crime. It is not like Taken, where Liam Neeson, somebody snatches their kid and takes them off to another country and he goes and saves them. More often than not, as it's seen, the reality is that women are taken through or groomed through people that they know. Traffickers use psychological tricks, defrauding, manipulating, threatening them into providing commercial sex acts against their will, and also sexual labor exploitation. It is more often than not co-workers, boyfriends, peers, and yes, even family members. It is not just about stranger danger. So let's be aware of all of the reasons that people end up in human trafficking. And now, just a little bit of housekeeping. Before we start this amazing afternoon of entertainment, we have tables out in the hall with information about human trafficking so that you can take, like this, cards like this, to find information about human trafficking as well as about Sanctum House itself. We have literature. There's a sign-up sheet. If after today you have a feeling that you'd like to volunteer at Sanctum House, we have a sign-up sheet, or if you'd like us to come and speak at your organization, or if you'd like to do a third-party fundraiser, that would be really, really great. There's also a chocolatier out there, Epicure Fusion, so there's never a day that's bad when you have chocolate, so go out there and eat some chocolate and take some literature. And now, I would like to introduce our first act of the day. It is the Susan Clayton HBY Ensemble. This ensemble is a mature, professional, contemporary, modern dance company from Metro Detroit. Thank you. Let's give them a warm welcome.
Good evening, everyone. We hope you enjoyed the first performance. My name is Vidya. Along with Kathy and Sharad, we'll be your MCs for a sterling lineup of performances this evening. Coming up next is a performance by the Florio Flamenco Dance Group, which seeks to increase appreciation for the flamenco dance form. Through their performances, they aim to share their love for this captivating dance and music form that originates in Spain and is an important part of Andalusian culture. We hope you enjoy the power of this expressive dance form and feel compelled to travel to Spain, Seville, Granada, or any other country where this is practiced and observe this firsthand.
After that, we'll have Poppet's Hip Hop Troupe. These beginner and intermediate hip hop dancers will be showcasing techniques such as popping and strutting, breaking, and freestyle in a performance that was choreographed by Poppet.
Enjoy.
step to you with a corny line, asking for your name, saying what's your sign. You turn around like, boy, quit talking to me. Yeah, he can pick you up in a limousine. You look back like what you mean, but just worry about more important things. The boys are not the middle, boys in the middle. It bothers you a little, it bothers you a little. Why take me to be like one baby dad? You don't wanna settle, or did you get the medal? You only get a D if you're running with the levels. This isn't enough to drive you mad. If you think romance is going on, find a jukebox full of 45, stop and nickel it, and it all comes back. If you think romance is going on, find a jukebox full of 45, stop and nickel it, and it all comes back.
Next up, we have a vocal act by Ms. Andrea Valenzuela. She is a musical theater and choir student, as well as a junior in South Lyon High School. She has been a multidisciplinary student at the Center for Performance Learning and Arts, Performance Arts and Learning. Since 2019, she is an extraordinary young lady. Thank you.
I'm nothing special, in fact, I'm a bit of a bore. When I tell a joke, you've probably heard it before. But I have a talent, a wonderful thing, 'cause everyone listens when I start to sing. I'm so grateful and proud. All I want is to sing it out loud. So I say thank you for the music, the songs I'm singing. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without it? I ask in all honesty. What would life be without a song or dance? What are we? So I say thank you for the music, for giving it to me. Mother says I was a dancer before I could walk. She says I began to sing long before I could talk. But I often wonder, how did it all start? Who found out that nothing could capture a heart like a melody can? Well, whoever it was, I'm a fan. So I say thank you for the music, the songs I'm
give you throughout the day some facts about human trafficking as well as some myths about human trafficking and about Sanctum House. So be prepared for a little bit of information all day long. Human trafficking is a crime that affects over 25 million people worldwide. And it's $150 billion a year industry. And we're sorry to say that it's an industry that is fueled by power, vulnerability, and profit on the backs of innocent people. Human trafficking is often confused with smuggling. The reality is that there does not have to be any transportation in human trafficking. People are trafficked often in their very own cities, and sadly to say, in their own homes. Sanctum House gives women a safe place to heal while facing themselves and utilizing our trauma and addiction therapy and all of our attention to their needs, which are physical, psychological, emotional, spiritual, and educational. Sanctum House is a safe place to heal. We definitely are a solution to the problem.
Okay, Melanie, I'm going to be honest, I can't see anybody. There could be two people in the audience. I had no idea. I'm going to introduce you to Melanie, and I don't know whether you've met her yet. I'll bring you over to the light. This is Melanie. Melanie is going around selling raffle tickets. We have quite a few different items. We have gift cards for restaurants. We have stuff from the Pistons. We have gift baskets. We have all kinds of things. So we have, with the tickets, how much are the tickets?
There's one for $1, you can get 7 for $5, or 15 of them for $10.
Ooh, that's a bargain.
That's right, Edie. That is a bargain. So Melanie will be around. When the intermission hits, please find her. Buy tickets. The more you buy, the more chance you have to get all kinds of cool stuff. So, yeah, that's about it. We're going to have the next group come on up. Thank you so much.
Coming up next is Just Dance Folk Reloaded. This is a dance performance that incorporates Bollywood jazz. Get ready for some really energetic foot-tapping numbers, and this is folk music reloaded.
And we also want to thank those of you who are watching virtually. And after that, we're going to have the Jug Club, which is a group of independent artists and jugglers. They will be juggling to sounds and lights. And then following them, we have the Blue Moon Music and Dance, which they're going to be doing a contemporary dance in the direction of Christina Sears Eder, a poet, an educator, and an interdisciplinary artist. Thank you.
she got in that motherfucker, let her face down. Got my type, my speed tag. Go be wifey, if she freaky. I love the night, no more money, let me have a leg. I'm a dog, kill a kitty, no apology. I know that you wanna get crazy, crazy. Show me, take it slow, let chitty, chitty. Come on, baby, be my hey, baby, let me see it. I just wanna eat it. Baby, let me see it. Oh, I really need it. Oh, baby, let me see it. I just wanna eat it. I know the things that you like.
could see everybody, but I know all those pretty handsome faces are out there, so I saw them before. Anyway, another thing that people always ask about human traffic victims and survivors is, well, if the doors are not always locked, why on earth do they stay? Okay, why don't they just walk out and leave if the doors are not locked? You know, it's a really complicated answer, and probably a little more complicated than I have time to tell you today. But the reality is they often do not have another place to go. They just have nowhere else to stay. Sometimes it's their husband, sometimes it's somebody in their family, and they feel compelled to stay. Often they have been so completely manipulated that they don't even realize that they're under somebody else's control. So I always want to make sure that people aren't judging people that are in these situations because, and please remember this, compliance is not consent, and I like to say that 2 times. Compliance is not consent. Often, compliance is simply survival, and that's why we stay. At Sanctum House, we're proud to say that of the 90 people and the 90 women that have come through our program in the last 4 years and a few months, that have gone through our program, they have come to realize that they have an opportunity for themselves now to take back their own lives, to have a say in their own lives, to find a voice in their own lives, and to go out into the world and they're able to take care of themselves.
Our next act is the Sulturettes. The Sulturettes are a multidisciplinary troupe of dancers and flow artists from Southeast Michigan. They're known to bring some sassy fusion acts to the stage with influences from belly dance, vintage jazz, and world dance, with both modern and timeless stylizations. They like to woo audiences with their fire and LED performances, with plenty of energy and personality.
Wow. You guys hear me? Hello? Okay. And then we have the RTUC, the unicycle group, this amazing group that when I saw them practicing earlier, no one failed. Not that I was surprised or not surprised, but the fact that these guys and gals have some amazing balancing acts up there. It takes a lot to get up on the unicycle, which you will find out following the previous act before that. Thank you.
amazing performance on the unicycle. A big round of applause, please. Gary is here to make some announcements on the raffle.
I just want to remind you that we do have a raffle. You took, come on.
Stole your thunder.
Yes, come on. Again, don't forget, you want to get your raffle tickets, go after Melanie. And you see, I can't see where she is right now, but when the intermission hits, attack her. Go after it. Get all the tickets that you can get. We have tickets for Antonio's. We have Bath and Body Works. I get mixed with Bed Bath and Beyond. Those, but we have gift baskets. Again, stuff from the Pistons. You definitely want to get your tickets for this. So go bug her. And remember, the more you buy, the more you save.
Sounds good. The next performance is by Bollywood dancers Young Adults. The piece they're performing is called Laila Dragon Roost, a piece that is put together by various music choices of all the members of the group, showing off their varied taste in music and bringing together with a constant flow of movement. That will be followed by one of my favorite groups, that is the Detroit Tap Repertory, directed by So You Think You Can dancers Kelsey Rose Young. This is an energetic tap dance team that comprises of over 60 dancers from Michigan and Ohio, and it will set your foot tapping. So stay tuned for the next two performances.
चक चका चक है तू, हाय चका चक चका चक हूँ मैं, टपकती दोपहर सी लटकी की लहर सी तेरी जैसी चाहिए तेरे जैसे को, फूलों वाली डाली भी हूँ चम्मा भी हूँ गाली भी हूँ बोलो कैसी चाहिए तेरे जैसे को, पलक टूटता पहली रात सारा मोहल्ला करता मार हुई चोरी में बरसात कौन वहाँ था किसके साथ, हाय चका चक चका चक है तू, हाय चका चक चका चक हूँ मैं, हाय चका चक चका चक है तू, हाय चका चक चका चक हूँ मैं।
Amazing performance. I wanted to start tap dancing, even though I can't dance to save my life. I have two left feet, but that was just fantastic. Up next is a performance, which is a vocal keyboard performance by Dhruv Rathod. Dhruv is 11 years old, a 6th grader at Novi Meadows. He's very passionate about music, both Indian classical and American pop music. He's been singing on stage since the age of 4. Throughout the pandemic, Dhruv has performed at various fundraisers, both national and international, to help underprivileged children, his own personal contribution. Through the Center for Performing Arts and Learning in 2020, just before the pandemic started, he got a golden opportunity to sing the American national anthem before the NBA Detroit Pistons game. It was a big honor for so young and talented an artist. This is his 4th Bollywood Bash performance. Just 11 years old and already a veteran. Give a big round of applause for Dhruv Rathod.
and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. And the world will be as one. Thank you.
So, we were told earlier on that it would be nice if we told a joke in between here, and I, of course, did not have a joke to tell. So I'm going to deliver her joke, okay, because we need to buy a little bit of time to boot. Okay, so why did the cowboy buy a dachshund? Why, you say? Because he wanted to get a long little doggy. Okay, a little corny, a little burlesque here, okay? Come on, kids. All right, let me tell you about human trafficking a little bit. Human trafficking is often talked about in sensationalized stories, and those sensationalized stories fuel misconceptions about human trafficking. And it causes us as a society to actually take our eye off the ball. Stories are often spread by very well-meaning people. I mean, how many people, I don't know in this audience, I've seen it 20 times, the guy in the white van that's talking and taking videos of what he says are girls over there being targeted for human trafficking. That story is not true, but it scares people. The world is dangerous enough without us trying to petrify people. So well-meaning people try and pass them, but you can go to the Polaris hotline of the Polaris website, polarisproject.org, and find out what's true about myths and what are facts. So let's make sure that the stories that we pass on are in fact true. When we understand the realities of human trafficking, we don't have to make it seem worse than it really is. What we have to do is to be the best advocate we can, which is to address and keeping our families and our communities safer. We have to go on our website, go on sanctumhouse.org. You can find facts and figures there also, but please, let's make sure that we know the difference between a myth and a fact. It's bad enough on its own, we don't have to make it worse.
Our next act is the Aerial Arts Program at Center for Performance Arts. We have the students Natalie, Lola, Jet, and Madison. They will be performing a group number together featuring Silks and the Lyra Hoop. This exciting piece was produced and directed by our instructor and program coordinator, Katie Hoffman. Miss Katie will also be performing a solo on the Lyra Hoop following the group performance. She has asked that you please hold all of your applause until after both the group and her solo performance. Thank you.
And if anyone has a good joke, send it up on a little piece of paper, and I will deliver it next time. Thank you.
Notice she said good joke, not this last one.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I hope you're enjoying.
wish I could swim like dolphins can swim. Though nothing will keep us together, we can be down forever and ever. How we can be heroes just for one day. How we can be heroes just for one day. I will be king, and you will be queen. Though nothing will drive us away, how we can be heroes just for one day. How we can be us just for one day. I can remember standing by the wall, and the guns shot above our heads, and we kissed as though nothing could fall. And the shame is on the other side. Only can be done forever and ever. And we can be heroes just for one day.
That's nice.
Hi, baby.
Do I start?
I'll go ahead and start this. All right, this is your last warning before intermission actually hits. I'm going to bug you a whole bunch more. Find Melanie. Find Melanie. She'll be out in the lobby. Get your tickets. Or else, I don't know, I'll sick Edie on you.
I'm very inspired by that.
Who?
I'm going to take lessons, and next year when you come back, I may be on that team. So, oh God, scary, scary. And now is a wonderful time for us to mention some of our sponsors and the names. During the intermission, everybody that has sponsored this event, their logos and their names will be up on the board, so you can see who has donated so graciously to help us put this on. However, we have a diamond sponsor, the Southeastern Michigan Academy of Family Physicians, who has been a supporter of Sanctum House for a while, and we're very grateful for their sponsorship, their diamond sponsorship of this event. And the gold sponsor, the Community Financial Credit Union and Centroid System. So let's give them a round of applause. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now we're going to have a brief 20-minute intermission. So please check our table out in the lobby. We have a couple gals from Sanctum House staffing the table so they can answer some questions if you have them. Marina and Dara, they'll be out there in the lobby. And again, like I said, we rely on donations and love. And if you think about signing up for us to come and speak at your event or your organization, that'd be great. We have a celebration of freedom today for all of our residents. So please buy a raffle ticket, as Gary mentioned, and buy some chocolate. Eat chocolate, it's good for the soul. And we'll see you after the admission. I think there's water and chips and all that kind of stuff out there too. So have a nice little admission. Admission? Intermission. Thank you.
You know, I really had it easy in the first half of this with my little scripts, but it just got super advanced. So I talked to this group and I said, hey, I'll give you guys a full tank of gas for everyone I get wrong. Did you get that? Bear with me. Sakura is Japanese drums. They will be playing live music from Sakura. Is a Japanese instrumental group out of Southeast Michigan. For their first song, they will play Ume Simpu, which means a dreamy destination, written by Yamada Mizue. I'm still in the good. This is a festival song featuring taiko, a taiko drum that is worn over the shoulder called a kazuki oke daiko. I know, I'm good. Huh? Their second song is called Usuzumi. This is a folk song often played during festivals where they are pounding rice to make mochi, known as mochi suki.
have a new joke for you. And this came by way of Lola on the Lyra. Remember her? So the joke is, or maybe it's not a joke, but why is a seagull, why does he live by the sea? Why does the seagull live by the sea? I'm going to tell you. Because if he lived by the bay, he would be a bagel. And my being Jewish, I would put a smear of cream cheese and a little wax on it. So there you go. Okay. Although sex trafficking is more talked about and reported than labor trafficking, we would be remiss if we didn't mention it here today because it is happening day in and day out in all of our communities. And although it's less reported, it's in industries that you probably don't think of as having trafficking. So I'm going to tell you a few of them so you can watch for it. Landscapers, commercial cleaning services, carnivals, construction workers, factories, hotel and hospitality, healthcare, restaurants. Remember when the Chinese restaurant burned down and all the workers were in the basement and died in a fire? Very often, labor-trafficked people have to live where they work in unhealthy and awful, awful conditions. Strip clubs and so many, many more. We really need to think outside of the box if we are going to be committed to change. Although we look at every kind of human trafficking case by case, we need to look at the industries that are allowing human trafficking to exist. We need to protect workers, we need to listen, and we need to believe survivors when they tell us their stories. We need to understand their stories, we need to support families, and we have to support affordable housing. We also really need to address in all of our communities, all across the United States, poverty, vulnerability, and trauma that's in our communities. Sanctum House partners with many, many organizations, universities, healthcare systems, legal advocates that help our residents and our communities change the way they think. And when our thinking changes, our laws change. And that's how we can make a sustainable difference and change and try to put an end to human trafficking.
I thought that was going to be a hand clap. Can we Such a serious program.
It's a serious topic, and we all know it's a very serious topic. But we have to live and we have to enjoy ourselves and do what we do here with all this terrible stuff going on all around the world. So let's enjoy today. Because today is about freedom.
Today is about freedom. And speaking of freedom, any Tesla riders in the crowd today? None? Okay, all right. How about any motorcycle riders in the club today? In the house? Yes? Thank you. In a few months, we'll be saving so much gas other than these 9 Tesla riders in here. So shout out to you. All right, yeah, Wu was right. I cannot wait to jump on my bike and ride every day. All right, so TokaFit is a rhythmic gymnastics group out of Novi, Michigan. And they offer classes online, and they are recruiting people at any given time. And it is a club with many Japanese people, but I'm sure they do not discriminate. So if you want to join the TokaFit, you can see a display of them right now.
So due to some technical difficulties, we were not able to announce that last act. That was Stephen Prevet. He did a piece called Waltz by Jose Ferrer and Adelita by Francisco Tarrega. Stephen is a special performer to me because he is also my guitar instructor. He can play any guitar, whether it be classical, electric, acoustic. He can play mandolin, banjo, the ukulele. He also creates music. He prefers to create blues. He's done quite a bit. So that young man is very special to me, and thank you for being so gracious to him. Edie, I think you have some myths and facts, and I think I have something for you.
I think you have a joke. Why don't you share it?
I'm tired of you getting all the laughs.
That's right, it's your turn, girl.
So what's the difference between a hippo and a zippo?
Well, one's a little heavier and the other's a little lighter. Always funny. Sometimes it's pathetic. Okay. All right, here we go. All commercial sex acts involving a minor, all commercial sex involving a minor is in fact human trafficking. If you're under 18 years of age, you cannot make a decision to be a prostitute, or what you are is being prostituted. So we have to make sure that we know that. Whether it has the elements that make something human trafficking, which are force, fraud, or coercion, with consent, or against their will. At Sanctum House, we help our survivors unpack their past and start to build a future with their individual therapists, group therapy, survivors and grief groups, recovery groups, financial fitness groups, education. They go to work, they get degrees, and besides all this therapy that they get and all this health care and everything that we offer them, we also have a lot of fun. A lot of our women have not experienced a lot of the fun things that life has to offer, like camping, horseback riding, swimming, among other things. And they also get to do the joys of volunteering. We are so grateful for all the people that volunteer and donate to our organization to help keep us active and make it so that we can help these women heal themselves, that we offer them the opportunity to give back, and they volunteer a certain number of hours during each level of their therapy and their growth. If you suspect somebody that potentially needs what we offer at Sanctum House, please don't hesitate to give us a call or go to our website, sanctumhouse.org. Thank you so much.
On a lighter note, our next performance is a high-octane performance by Novi Nazar. Novi High School's premier co-ed dance fusion team. Their dance incorporates Bhangra, South Indian, Bollywood, contemporary, hip-hop, and various other genres of Indian dance to promote, inspire, and celebrate the Indian culture. That will be followed by a performance by the Ann Arbor Flamenco Studio. It is a group of flamenco aficionados who enjoy the challenges and rewards of flamenco dance. This company is a student company to the Florio Flamenco group that you saw at the beginning of the program today. They seek to constantly deepen appreciation of the flamenco dance worldwide and the Andalusian culture, at the same time sharing their enthusiasm for dance with the audiences. And that will be followed by a performance by Bollywood dancers adults group, who will be dancing to Nashesi and Saki Saki, two very popular Bollywood hits, a new take on some Bollywood songs, using wings to bring in the Bollywood, and a take on some Egyptian music. Enjoy the next three performances.
Racers, are you ready?
drops. Big back blaze on FaceTime. It's not ain't with me, then it ain't.
Vamos a bailar las sevillanas en España con castañuelas. La segunda con castañuelas. Castañuela, vamos a así bailar en España, en Sevilla.
just like I said, we can't neglect labor trafficking. We can't neglect men and boys. Let's not forget that they are also victims of human trafficking. Although less reported, because men don't tend to talk and disclose as much as women do. Young boys, LGBTQ boys and young men are especially vulnerable to traffickers. We address, and as we address as a community, and I've said it before, poverty, vulnerability, neglect, housing, and our family system, that is when we are truly going to make a difference against the inhumanities of human trafficking. It's a heinous crime. It affects family structures, everywhere in the world. It's just so ugly, and we all need to be aware and conscious that we all can play a part in making a difference. At Sanctum House, as I said before, we really are a solution. And the women that really want to get out of the life that was created for them by being trafficked, it takes so much courage. And I believe that the women that we serve are probably some of the most courageous women in this entire world to be able to make a commitment to say, I'm going to stay someplace 2 years or longer or a little bit less or whatever it takes to take a look deep inside and to address what they need to address to change their lives. Our staff is probably one of the best in the world. Our volunteers are phenomenal. We help our survivors turn into thrivers. We are all difference makers, as are all of you. But our women do the heavy lifting day in and day out and face their demons and address what they have to do so that they can go out in the world and live their lives. We always say, and I'm a firm believer, that we do not rescue people. We do not save people. What we do is give people the tools to save themselves. We give them the tools to save themselves, we give them love, we give them a path, and we give them hope. We are truly, truly grateful, and I, for one, as the founder of Sanctum House, am so honored that our women have chosen our program to allow us and honor us by helping them through their journey to transform to the women that they would want to be instead of who they were. I am grateful for that. And again, I want to ask you, thank this whole day, it's been so beautiful, and we still have more to see, that if you want to volunteer, if you want to donate, if you want us to come out and talk, we'll do whatever you need for us to do to keep you people in the communities informed of this heinous, heinous crime and how it has to stop. It just has to stop. Thank you for all opening up your hearts, and we are very, very appreciative. Thank you. That if you're not here, I'm going to come by your store and buy all the chocolate that I had you put under the table.
All right, our next performance is coming from Shanti World Music, which is a fusion band that is led by a world music composer and singer, Sunitha Anathaswamy. I like that. Yeah, give me a clap, give me a clap, give me a clap. Where was I? I was really proud of myself right there. With the motto, bringing the world together with music. The band's goal is to make music with all genres of music and musicians from all over the world.
After that, we'll have the Tropical Wahinis from the Lincoln Park Dance Company. They'll be performing a hulu dance to Home in the Islands.
सृष्टि का जादू है,
मुश्किलें आएंगी क्या परवाह करना इसकी, रुकती जाएंगी तेरी मंजिलें ही तुझको, तेरी मंजिलें ही तुझको राह दिखाएंगी, तुझसे ही तो सारा संसार है, तू उड़ने को तैयार है, तुझसे ही तो
Kaua, Oalana, Manula, hey, hey, Nadia, Manila, Puanala, hey, Kaua, ano make noise la, hey,
We are now down to the last two performances of the night. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you all for coming out on a Sunday evening and encouraging and supporting all the performers on the stage today. A lot of hard work and effort has gone into making this production happen. So thank you all for supporting and being there this evening. Our next performance is by the students of Abhinaya School of Dance, who will be performing a small dance on goddess Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth and fortune. The dance form is a classical Indian dance form called Bharatanatyam. The dancers pay obeisance to the beautiful goddess and welcome her into their homes.
And for our final performance of the night, we're going to bring some heat with Michigan's premier multidisciplinary fire and flow arts retreat featuring workshops, live music, stage performance, and more. We're going to close it out with the Great Lakes Below.
Sounds good. Enjoy yourselves.
Lakshmi Baramma
give them a hand, one more hand.
Thank you all for coming out tonight and supporting the performances. We hope you had a great time. We enjoyed emceeing this performance for you. I would like to call Gary and Nandita on stage because they are the people behind this whole show. Months of hard work in putting together this event. Give them a big round of applause.
And Gary and Nandita, their entire team, all the performers that came, all of you that spent your Sunday afternoon and night. I know you're all starving, I know I am. But in the meantime, this was phenomenal. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for coming.
To all the performers, first and foremost, it does not happen unless they're willing to donate their time, they're willing to be here and share the art. We use what we are good at, art, to make a difference. Artists normally get left behind or are looked at, oh yeah, you do this, so we're using that to make a difference. Sanctum House has been an organization we firmly believe in. Edie is a stalwart, as a leader. So in that regard, this year, just without counting everything out, through donations, thanks to our sponsors, we have raised $15,000.
Make a difference. Thank you. You're all difference makers.
Thank you guys so much. Have a good night and drive. Oh, I'm sorry. We have a lot of online viewers as well, so we'll say wherever the camera is. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much. Drive safe. I'll see you later.
Thank you. Be safe. See you next year. Next year, same place. God bless you all.